right. It is Tuesday, June 17th. It is marketing with me, Melissa, and we were going to pick up where we kind of left off last week. We're going to talk a little bit about content strategy and stuff today. So, uh, kind of geared towards Instagram, but when it comes to content strategy, kind of goes to any of the platforms. So, uh, Regina, I meant to ask if you got yours fixed.
Okay, so I figured out the bulk create, right?
Yeah.
Now, I will say that it took me a trial and error because I didn't realize that if I stayed on the same, what I haven't figured out is how to do different images in it. But if I stayed on the same picture and like I went back again and redid the form and then I said generate, it generated that many more that
Yeah.
added to the bottom. I did do that, but I actually have July all scheduled. The thing is, like, when I was scheduling July, what's weird is, it won't let you schedule all at the same time. All that you have to go make a different one for each one. Like you have to make it for Instagram, you have to schedule it on Instagram and then so every time I did that, you had to do make a copy and then pick the page. Otherwise, it didn't let you pick a page. So every
So
time you make
on the day itself, like if you go into Canva content creator, the content calendar, you can't schedule it for the
so
day
when you
itself from the little plus sign on the right.
so when you click the plus sign, the box comes up on the side, right?
Yeah.
And it tells you to pick your channel. And then it tells you which page do you want to pick. Like which image, because it keeps it all on that same project.
Yeah.
And so it says you want page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Then you pick the page and then you write a caption or whatever if you want to, and you click, done. Well, it adds it to your calendar for that particular platform. Now, when you go back and you click add, it'll come up, but it doesn't, it tells you, it'll come up a box and it doesn't give you the platform to pick or anything, but it doesn't let you add that picture. You have to go back and you have to do like there's a little square looking thing and you have to
Mm-hmm.
click that so it said make copy so that you could pick a page that you wanted to post and it would not just keep doing the same page that you chose. So I did it and I was like there has to be a way to do it other than this. And
Yeah,
but
because it's supposed to keep the same template.
well it kept the same template. But say first I added it to Facebook, right? I scheduled it to Facebook. And then I hit add again. It already shows as if I've already scheduled that particular image or post for that day. So it won't let me do it again unless I make a copy. And then it'll let me do it and pick the page and then post it for LinkedIn. And I have to keep doing that for each platform. So it only allows you to do that per platform on from that one. So one project, if you have 5 pages, it is only allowing you to pick those pages from that project folder one time a day. So every time you had to make a copy, it literally made another copy of the damn project in my Canva.
Yeah, I
So
can see
then I
what you
went in
mean.
and had to delete all of those. So each project or each one that you have, if you want to bulk create, that project folder is only going to allow you to post that particular slide on one day of there. Otherwise, it's telling you that particular slide has already been scheduled for post.
Okay.
So
See
there's
that
probably
part of it I don't No, because of the fact that I literally put everything on the content calendar and Rebecca takes it from there and posts it individually herself. So
Okay.
I don't have the opportunity to schedule to know that factor of it in Canva.
Well, I figured that because I was like, this is crazy. And at first I thought I was doing it wrong, right? But then I
Right?
realized because every time it would say, this has already been scheduled to post. So if I use that project folder and I just went all the way down and just did like day one, day two, day three, day four, and did the slides like that, I would go into the next day and it would let me use that same project folder. But if I'm going into the same day, it doesn't let me use that project folder because it doesn't identify that I want to use the same thing on the different platforms from that folder.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that I had. Now I worked my way through it and then I went in and deleted all those dadgum copies. That's what I did. And I said, well, if I bulk create, I need to bulk create and do one platform. And then maybe the next day, go in and see if I can use that project folder for another platform or make copy four folders and use each one for the different, name them something different like bulk one, bulk two, bulk three, bulk four, and
Yeah.
use that when I'm adding to each calendar, to each day.
Now the other way you can do it too, it's a little cumbersome, but that sounds like it's a little more cumbersome than that, is like basically I did 20, 35. I've done 50 social media posts in the last 2 days, including 6 carousels. Um, I get on a roll. Like I will go to ChatGPT. I will tell it exactly what type of information I want, and I'll tell it to like give me 20 examples or whatever, and it'll run down those 20 examples, and then I will go over back to Canva and I will hit the Facebook post and I will set up basically a template per se. I mean, it won't have, I change the images and stuff out on them all the time, but I'll set up the template and everything, and I'll set up how I want the text, and I'll literally copy and paste and copy and paste. And what I do is I copy, paste, and then I will make a copy of that one, name it, close the one that I just got done, rename the one that's a copy, change the image out, and paste the information in that I want. And I'll make a copy of it, close the original out, rename it, and go. But I'll get in a role on specific subjects and I'll literally go down and be like, okay, Tuesday this week, Thursday next week, Wednesday next week. And I'll boom, 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 boom. Doing that, I am second week in November now with the content calendar. My goal is by the time Rebecca gets back that I am through open enrollment with all of the social media stuff, so I don't have to worry about it, and I can go back to the drip campaigns. But that's the way I do it, and I get on little kicks of stuff like, you know,
How are you scheduling it? What are you saying? I'm following you, but I don't know where you're scheduling it out.
I just see I throw everything in the Canva content calendar.
Oh, I don't even know where that is. I use Metrical for my scheduling, so I don't even know where the content calendar in Canva is. I
You
guess I
have
missed that training.
you have to, Candace, you have to go up to when you're doing like your designs or whatever. You go up to that, go down to the apps and you hit in their content calendar, and then it's going to bring the other thing of you scroll all the way down and it's at the bottom.
Oh, it's an app.
Yeah, like you have to go to your apps
Okay.
and type it in if you can't find it, and it'll pull it up.
Okay, gotcha. And so it'll put it in there. Is it easier than metrical?
I don't
I
know because I don't use metrical, so I have
I
no idea what
tried
metrical looks like.
I tried metrical one time and I didn't like it. I'm gonna say yes.
Because it'll post to Facebook, Instagram, and Google Business. Like all you have to do is just create one post and it posts to all three. And you can add LinkedIn if you want to pay for, like, that's the free version. If you want to pay an extra, I don't know what it is, it's not really worth it to go to LinkedIn and auto post also, but it can link to your website and Twitter and X. I just don't do those.
Yeah. But like on Canva, I don't know if you can see my
Is it
phone.
Calendar Builder? I have Calendar Maker and Calendar Builder as the things that came up.
Okay, now go to your homepage on your Canva.
Yeah.
And down at, see where it says apps?
Yeah.
Click on that
Mm-hmm.
and then look down that list. Do you see Content Planner?
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so when it pops up, it'll have, of course, it's on my phone right now,
Oh, I see it.
but it'll have everything on there. But I mean, it has like all words all on there where I've thrown them in there for Rebecca to just go in there and grab them and post them.
Yeah, it says design, add to event, schedule Instagram, connect social accounts, schedule posts at the top. Take a social media lesson.
Yeah, so that's what we use is the content creator there or the content calendar there.
Okay, so you connected your social accounts and then it automatically posts to it.
I am assuming Rebecca had, well, Rebecca tends to post
Yes.
individually herself,
But
but yes, you connect your accounts there and it'll automatically post for you.
So I noticed y'all post like, y'all do like this, like personal and business pages. It's the same. How did y'all connect both Facebook pages? Because I don't, not that I can, most of my stuff goes on my business that's auto posting. If I'm going to post something personal, it's going to go on my personal page. But can you connect more than what?
it has not let me connect my personal page in Canva. It will only let you connect your business page.
Okay.
So when I post on my personal page, it doesn't go anywhere. Like on Facebook, it won't go anywhere to my business page unless I share the page and send it over there. And then if I post on my through Canva, it's going to go on my personal page, I mean my business page, but it it will go on to my personal page just because I'm like a friend or I like it and it's connected, but it won't let you like literally connect your personal page.
But
Okay.
technically, from the marketing side, you're supposed to be posting directly to your business page because that's what you're trying to promote. So therefore, if you move it or want to post it to your personal page or any other page on Facebook, you share it from your page so that you get more visits back to your actual business page. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's probably why it kind of does it that way.
that makes sense.
But yeah, when it comes, like I said, when it comes to content strategy and stuff, though, like I go in little whims of stuff. I mean, I switch it up. I'll be informative. I will do the do's and don'ts. I will do breaking news. I will do recipes. I will do health tips, exercise tips, and I go in little blocks of stuff. And literally, when you start doing that, you build out a content calendar like that. Like, because you figure if you go 10 and you literally, that's 10 weeks of one post a day about healthy recipes. And then you do 10 of do's and don'ts of healthcare. And there's Tuesdays. And then you go and you do 10 days of Medicare do's and don'ts or whatever. So there's Wednesdays. And then you go back and you do 10 days worth or 10 weeks worth of exercise tips, quick workouts or whatever. So then you have Thursdays, and then Fridays you advertise your business. So next thing you know, I mean, there's 2.5 months worth of content like that.
Yeah, I theme mine based on the days of the week. So
Mm-hmm.
that's but I usually do them at a month at a time. I'll take a day of the week, but it takes a while because I go into Canva and create them, because now that I'm doing branding on the actual post, like the image,
Mm-hmm.
like I'll like have Wednesdays will be like Wellness Wednesday, and then it'll have wellness information, but I've got to brand it. So it's hard to copy. Like I don't use the same image. So it takes a
Yeah.
while. So if there's strategies to like making it go quicker, I'm all.
Hey, Candace, I'm doing the same thing when you're talking about branding. And the one thing that I found that actually does make it a little easier, like when uh Melissa's talking about she does it in ChatGPT, well, I do it like that too. And then what I do is I tell it to create me an image that this is what I say, and I learned this from Melissa. Act as a marketing expert for a health insurance agency that specializes in Medicare and maintaining Open Trust Advisors tone and branding. Create an image that goes with this post, and it will create an image for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I haven't had any luck with the images. Like, so that's kind of nice. What I've been doing
Yeah.
is with the images, I've been like, well, if it's going to be like a heart thing, then I'll go search like heart video or heart image, like, and the graphics.
Elements.
Yeah, and the elements. Yeah. And then I'll just put text on it from chat, because I do get my text from chat usually. Like I'm doing a Medicare Monday, like myths for the next, like, I don't know how many ever I planned out. But that's a good idea. But I haven't had images come through very
Well,
well.
you have, okay, you have to be, now I used to have crappy ones that would come through. And so I would say, if it made it look too non-real, I would say this needs to be more lifelike. Or if I wanted them shaking hands, I'd say if there needs to be one woman and they need to be shaking hands. Like once it creates the first image, you can go back and you can say, follow the same instructions with these edits. And it created another. I created an 8 slide carousel last night doing this exact thing. And it literally also put the text on the slide because I told it I wanted a carousel. So it literally put the text on the slide. Once I had them all on the slides downloaded and on everything, I did go in and kind of move some of it over or change one of the text colors. But that's how I've been doing it.
Now, have you tried because at the end of it, it'll ask you if you want to create a Canvas carousel or anything like that. Now, I know 2 weeks ago, it wouldn't do that. It would error out. But supposedly, rumor has it that they're getting to the point that they're connected to Canva and it'll actually send into Canva.
So I was doing that, Melissa, and it works. Now I'll go to the Canva plugin from
Mm-hmm.
on ChatGPT, but so it'll ask you, do you want a folder like a PDF with the instructions? Do you want them to do it?
Yeah.
The problem is I would say yes, create it, and it only created one slide. It didn't take all six, it didn't put all 6 slides in Canva. It only created the one.
Did you tell it to create all 6 slides?
Yes. And so I figured there was a glitch or something. So I said, well, I'll just do it like this, and then I'll go back later and try it again. So that was the thing with it. It just wasn't doing it right. It would never create all 6 slides. It would just do slide one.
Yeah.
So I'll try again because I haven't tried since then.
Yeah. And I haven't tried since it was glitching on me 2 weeks ago. Um, I always go back to my other program and just have it create images and stuff there, or I'll just go to Elements and find what I need. So, um,
So what's a carousel again?
carousel is where you have like 5 or 6 slides. They're all still images and they have to scroll through them to read it.
Oh,
So
that's good.
let's see. Okay. Because I just made a bunch of them. Like, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, it says just married.
Yeah. Well, the top of it says married and marketplace. Watch out. You need to read this. They have to scroll through to read the next thing. And it says they filed taxes separately and had to repay 14 grand. True story. A couple had to pay back the 14 grand in subsidies. Why? They were legally married but filed separately. ACA rule, married couples must file jointly to qualify. And then you slide it over again. It says always get a licensed agent to review your filing status and income. And then you slide it again. It says avoid the tax traps. Let Cannonball double check for you. And then it's got the little notation, always get with a tax consultant as well, blah, 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 blah.
So you have to create that in chat in order to use it in Canva, or can you create it in Canva?
These are created in Canva. I had it bring up the stories, like the actual story part that says, does Medicare cover that? You need to read it. Wait, Medicare doesn't cover dental and vision. Think Medicare covers everything? Think again. No dental, vision, hearing aids, or long-term care. Many are shocked when the bills come in. The good news, there are plans to fill those gaps. Need coverage for what Medicare skips? Cannonball can help. And ChatGPT gave me that part of it. It gives me these stories.
Right. Yeah, I get that. So is it Instagram carousel or LinkedIn? Because when I go search for it on templates, it says carousel Instagram post or carousel.
On Canva, I have it on the carousel Instagram.
Okay. So it's already set up. You just have to put the text in. Gotcha.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I got in the kick on is like, it's on my computer, ChatGPT, so I can't even look it up. But like the stuff that's like same coverage, same network, $347 a month versus $528 a month. The only difference, who helped them shop.
So is that all on one page? And then they click to the next, they swipe. Does it tell them to swipe, or does it automatically scroll through them?
It'll have the little dots on the bottom that most people know to swipe when they see the little dots at the bottom. But yeah, I got on that kick this last 2 days and stuff with all of the what you don't know, or it's more of the stories of like he had insurance but it didn't cover rehab after his accident. 3 weeks later in a facility, he's 18,500 out of pocket. Don't assume you're fully covered. Let's review the plan.
Okay.
So it's giving me little tidbits of stories to get the reader's attention.
And you have it, do you have them on Facebook and Cannonball?
She'll be posting them in there. They're on the calendar to be posted, but they're, like I said, I'm already in November, so I think these come out in like October and September.
Gotcha. Yeah, wow, you're like way ahead. I just do like 1 month because it's so exhausting to do.
Yeah. But like I said, once you get in the hang of it and stuff, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But the stuff like, people don't know. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the ACA chat about who was it that asked?
The 10% thing?
Viola asked about the woman that got married in August and now they're going to have to pay subsidies all year as married.
Pay it
Because
back?
because they don't look at it as she was single from January to July. They look at it at a year status. The thing is, though, is when you go to file taxes, you're not filing single where you've put single all along, you're filing joint now, which some of that should adjust out when you file your taxes and if your tax man's any good. But I mean, you'll see conflicting answers on that because Rebecca will say one thing and say, yeah, you have to pay it back, but it should wash, a good bit of it out come tax time.
Well, can't
And
they update their application
you
too?
could update their application, but it's going to make them go back. It's the crazy. I didn't even know that.
Wow.
Like that blew my mind. And then of course she went and asked it again in the ACA group, which is Brandon's group, and Brandon said no, they shouldn't have to be responsible for that. And I'm thinking that's not the right answer. And I mean, not he's like me. He didn't know either. I had to look it up. I literally looked it up today because I didn't know either that it was like that. I figured, from August on, when you got married, that's when you would be,
Mm-hmm.
your taxes would change, or, your health insurance would change then, and that's what it would be based off of. No, they go by the year status. So if you got married in August, they see you as married. Doesn't
Wow.
matter when.
Well, I have a guy that he has to he's and I talked about this on a call that we had a while back on the Thursday calls where him and his wife are married, but they've been separated. Everything's separate, separate expenses, separate everything, bank accounts. They, but they're going to have to file in order for him to, he's have to file married, filing jointly this year on his taxes. And we went through the marketplace and had them tell him, like we did it on through them.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it. The other, I was like, all I can tell you is that if you're single and you're not gonna have a subsidy. Like, but if you're married, you have to file joint taxes because they were filing separate taxes. But
Yeah.
it's not on me. Like, this is how it has to be. They don't
And
like it.
sometimes, yeah, and sometimes you just have to call the marketplace and let them explain it to them because they just don't want to believe you.
Yeah. And they
So,
and the
and
marketplace is
like
switched.
another one was, I mean, how many times, like, we know all the stories. As agents, we hear these stories all the time.
Mhm.
And like after her divorce, her ex removed her from her employee health plan. She didn't know until she went to fill a prescription, full price, it was $680. How many times does that happen?
Yeah.
You get divorced and insurance is the last thing you think of.
Mhm.
You don't think he's going to cut you out immediately
Yeah.
when 90% of the time they do. So
Yeah.
that's,
And when there's, yeah, I mean, when there's a divorce going on, obviously I mean, that's a change. That's a SEP.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, I
So
hear you.
that's the kick I've been on here lately is the stuff that you don't think about that happens every day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just like you get your newlyweds and you find out you're pregnant. You didn't change from being a newlywed yet, and now you have a surprise pregnancy with a delivery bill, and none of that you've reported technically. So now you have this huge bill.
Yeah.
And I'm so honestly surprised that people don't know the deadlines of this stuff. They don't know they have 60 days
Mm-hmm.
for stuff like that. They just think, oh, well, I can report it when I can. So I'm starting to hit a lot more on the stories like that and everything for content that's informative, but it's like storytelling, true to life. This happened. This is why. And this was the result. And this is how it could be prevented.
Yeah.
So you're reaching those pain points and you're giving them the solutions to it prior to it happening, basically. But I know like some of the other stuff, and you guys, I've seen some of your stuff, and you guys are pretty good about content and everything. Um, like you said, if you're doing the core themes and stuff, we did that like the Motivation Monday. Honestly, I kept on doing that, except I ran out of pictures of Rebecca and I was starting to run out of quotes. So I like moved on to something else. I was like, I got to get off this because I'm running.
There's money saving Monday. I did that for a little bit. I did Medicare Monday and money
Oh,
saving
true.
Monday, like how to save on your electric bill or like, you know, just some simple things. It's nothing
Yeah.
crazy advice, but how do you
On
get
that,
where did you get the AI pictures of her? Where did you get those at? Like they
she
look
sends
like
them to
her.
me. I have no idea what program she
Oh.
uses, but she sends them to me.
Melissa, go do a Manic Monday. Do like a theme from like the 80s for a Manic Monday.
Right
And
now we've got the Mythbusters.
I go see what it looks like so I can see if I want to do a Manic Monday. I'm gonna wait till you do it so I can see.
All right, I'll make a note of it. Hang on.
Manic Monday.
That's funny.
And
Yeah, I'm
then,
doing Throwback Thursdays for like the 60 themes, 60 theme things.
and you could do a Throwback Thursday as well. Like
True.
back to like any time of the era. Do it like in like this Beat It to Cleaver era.
True.
In Throwback Thursdays era, or but like Manic Monday, do that one so I can see what you come up with so I can see if I want to do it.
Okay. Yeah, we've had like quick tips Tuesday.
A Manic Monday could be like traffic tips, how to get through the traffic, little things
True.
you could do in the traffic, or your
How to
What
handle
car.
else was
stress.
there? Story Saturdays, myth busting Mondays.
Yeah, I do testimonial Tuesdays.
You know what I see goes over well, and I cannot get Rebecca to do it yet, is actual lives, like a day that she specifically goes lives and does Q&A, or a day that she puts polls, or she'll do reels. I mean, she
Okay,
will
so
post reels and stuff.
that's funny that you say that because next week I am going to begin doing lives on TikTok. It is going to be, I'm putting it together, figuring out how to make it happen or whatever the rules and all that crap.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about a carrier. I'm not talking about a plan. I'm talking basic, like educational, Medicare, Social Security, life insurance, Medicaid, and I'll have like, girl, you know, Tom is sometimes a little bit of a dinosaur. So I'll have to create
I
him a
don't know what you're talking about, Regina.
Sandra has a TikTok account, so I'm gonna have her go on so he can be in there, so he can like answer questions. But you've seen the TikTok lives, right?
Yeah.
They're actually interactive.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll have Travis and I'll have Joe. I'll have like different people that kind of like Joe does a lot of life insurance. And so if there's that kind of thing, and Joe and Tom both know Social Security like the back of their hands, and Travis is learning, but I'm about to do every whatever day I pick, once a week, I'm gonna start doing TikTok lives.
You could almost do like little interview type deals.
Yeah,
And be like, ask us questions and I'll ask them for you.
no, that's what we're literally going to do. Like it's going to be a just, and then I'm gonna get Jen to be the moderator.
Mm-hmm.
So she can kick out any trolls and block them and stop anybody trying to like promote their own crap and anybody trying to start an argument about it's all Trump's fault, it's all the aliens'
Yeah.
fault, it's all the
No politics.
politics and all that other crap. But we're gonna see how it goes. It is so funny that you said that because
You,
I just told Sandra today that I'm going to do it. And
but you have to remember, you have to promote it prior to
I'm
with,
going to promote it prior to. That's why we're not going to start it until probably next week.
yeah,
Or
like little things this week. I would just like create a little TikTok video and be like, hey, you know what? You've got questions, we've got answers. Join us on
yeah, I'm going to
Thursdays at
start
2
doing
p.m.
that's what I was thinking, doing just little quick TikTok videos saying,
Mhm.
I'm coming. This is, and this way, they're gonna follow you. Like, and maybe sometimes I can offer like a giveaway to the first 10 questions, whether it's a tote bag or something. But because it's not gonna be carrier specific
Yeah.
or any of that, just
Yeah.
solely educational, then as long as I'm giving correct information, then I'm good.
Yeah.
So, stay within my compliance and stuff like that and give right information. And that's why I'm going to have
Which
Tom.
we're going to have to look at all that again for next year with these
Oh my
changes
God.
coming out.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
It makes me
So
sick. I just want to
I'm
throw
going to
up
let you
now.
know. I'm going to let you know when I do it just so you can like
I'll
look at
watch.
it.
Let me know when it is.
But it's really funny that you said that because I mean, literally today when I went to the office in Arlington, I told Travis, this is what I want to do because I don't sleep.
Yeah.
I don't sleep. And there are people up having TikToks about did the black man ruin the black community?
Yeah.
There are people up talking about should the cows eat grass? Like
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
It's
they're
crazy.
they're
Yeah.
arguing about dumb crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna do it. And I told Sandra, and she was like, well, that's something I always wondered how to blah blah blah. And we started talking and stuff. And so she's like, well, I was like, well, we got to get Tom a TikTok because I want him to be there, on it. So if there's questions that they ask them off the wall, like how many years do I have to be married to get lifetime social security crap? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Woman, stay married forever. I don't
Let
know.
me direct that to Tom sitting here
Yeah,
behind
Yeah.
me.
stay married the lifetime. I don't know. Ain't that what you get married for? I don't know, woman. Ask me something
Right.
about Medicare. Like,
Right.
There is one guy I follow on TikTok now, and I swear like we're related in another life or something because he has the same facial expressions as me when he makes his TikToks. And he talks to like the single women and dating and stuff like that. But I'm like, I can just see if I tried to do TikToks like that,
is
especially regarding Medicare, I would be like,
is that the
do
guy that
you know
says
that do you know if you missed the deadline
I
and
I
you
know
decide
what
not to
guy you're
file,
talking
yeah,
about?
you decide not to
Are
file for Part B, that you will be
Yep,
penalized?
that's that guy
Do
that
you
says
know?
that's that guy that says if a man asks you what you're bringing to the table, he has a bad credit
That
score.
is him.
That is hilarious. I follow him too because he cracks me up. And
We're both this because I'm like, do you know? Like,
he does. He has his facial expressions are like, and he'll say, a man with money doesn't care about a woman should be a gold digger. She needs to be a gold
that
digger.
is him.
Like
That is
that. Oh, I
100%
love
him.
him, girl. That I love him. He's hilarious.
But I'm the same
Wow.
way on TikTok. I'm like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should do little sprinkles of like, hey y'all, hey, you have that's what I said I was gonna do. And then I'm gonna try to get the people that I know on Facebook that have TikTok to go and just open it and watch it and share it and that kind of thing and get it shared out. So we're gonna see
Now,
how it goes because I'm gonna do it.
the other thing on TikTok they're saying right now is all the little trending songs and the little trending things that if you do those, you get more views. Like, I
Yes.
don't know if you're on there enough, you'll see the one where they're clapping to that
Well,
song.
do
And
you
they
know?
say, you got to do that to that song because
Okay.
people will look up that song and then they see your video.
Yes. Well, go start posting pictures of your dogs on TikTok.
They're all
And
over TikTok.
okay, but
Them and my
when
cows.
when you post them, pick a song that it recommends in the trending section on the bottom,
Hmm.
and then do one that you pick the song and the one where they recommend the song, the trending songs, you get way more views, way
Exactly.
more. So
And
yeah,
the hashtags, because I can hashtag every freaking corgi page I can possibly think of. And next
mm-hmm.
thing you know, I will have thousands of watchers on that one video of my dog just doing something completely stupid.
Yeah, so we'll see how it works out. Because I'm gonna start. I don't think I'm gonna start this week because AHIP is coming out, but next week
I have
I'm gonna
jury
be
duty.
fun.
Damn, can't do AHIP. I got jury duty.
That's
Regina,
fun.
you're on Facebook. What are you under? I
Yes.
can't find you.
Well, because girl, I don't want people to find me unless I want to be found. But
She's all
Obviously.
secret, secret.
Okay,
secret,
you'll have
secret.
to find me
So
then because I can't
no, no,
find
no.
you.
You can find me. My personal page is Regina Ann, just two words, Regina and then Ann, ANN. And my business page is Open Trust Advisors.
Okay, do you work as a farmhand?
Oh no, heck no.
Okay, so the next one is licensed insurance sales agent and agents for life.
Yep.
That's it. That's it.
So I just printed you my personal. I'll friend you on my business for your business. What is your
Okay.
business one?
Open Trust, all one word, capital O, capital T, and then advisors.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, so now you have me. You can follow me. I don't do TikTok, but I do Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn.
Yeah, don't if you don't do TikTok, don't get into it now because you'll be
No.
like, oh, look at this. I'm all the time scrolling through TikTok.
Oh my God, it's what I do all night long. I swear.
Well,
It's
speaking of the
pitiful.
live, speaking of the lives, I did a live. We were going to do it every month and every 2 weeks, but it did with a financial advisor with New York Life. Like she
Uh-huh.
kind of talked, like we did Medicaid and Social Security, or I'm sorry, Medicare and Social Security, and then we were going to do one like we did two. One, the second one we can get to work, and we advertised it with like not a video, but we advertised it for like a with like a slide, like
Yeah.
it's coming up. And then by the time we got to where we were going to do it, we couldn't connect with each other because we weren't in the same place. And it was just a mess. And so we just haven't done it again. So,
So,
so
the-
just like the thing that I'm gonna do, it's going to be hosted from mine, but I'm gonna have Travis, which is the general manager of the office, and then I'm gonna have Tom come in there, which he'll come in there. And
Yeah.
then like even though, and then Jen will be the moderator, I'm gonna do it regardless of who I have with me. So like I'm not basing it around any kind of particular subject. It's really going to be general where people pop in, and if you want to ask a question or you had something happen and you want to know why, then you can ask the people, like you're asking Google.
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
will, ask
Just
them
remember at the
questions.
end, you always got to put your call to
Yes,
action, like either let's talk, book an
yes.
appointment, or
Or
share with a
and
friend who needs
ask
this,
them
or
to like and share and follow you, and so they can
follow
get
me
it
for
out
more
there
real
everywhere.
talk, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. I have to throw that stuff in there. And then, so the goal is to see, once I can get enough traction and enough people, the goal is to see, give them enough information that is valuable,
Mm-hmm.
and then they will follow me because they want to see the stuff that I do and for more information. And then when they actually need help or something, they're going to come to my page.
Just don't do it bland.
No, no, no,
Like
girl.
I see so many of the agents doing
Uh-uh.
Medicare 101s and stuff like that that are just straight up like,
You
and
are,
I
girl,
know that's not you, Regina. So,
I ain't
be
nothing
like,
bland about me.
yeah, be sitting in a rocking chair drinking that sweet tea
No,
saying, all
that's what I'm
right,
talking about.
let's
Gonna
discuss it.
we're gonna do one, even Melissa, from the front porch at Tom and Sandra's house,
Uh-huh.
which I don't know if you've ever been to Burleson to their house, but it's like in the country,
Yeah.
and it's got the front porch with rocking chairs and all that. We're gonna like do one from me and her, gonna do one from her house, and like exactly, I'm gonna have it. There's nothing about me that'll be bland. I mean, I'll do it and it'll be interactive and it'll be fun and it'll be so to get the people engaged. I
Yeah.
don't know how long it's going to take me to get enough people to come in, but we're going to see how it works.
You just keep at it and
yeah,
stuff. And if you go like Candace, if you go the route of like videos and stuff, Like do a little 60-second Medicare Made Easy or something short and quick and
Okay.
everything, but just like be outside. Don't be sitting at your desk in an office where it looks all stuffy and
Yeah.
it
Well,
looks like everybody, because literally I see those on TikTok and I'm like, shoop, shoop. I listen to this all day long. Now, if they're sitting outside and their dog's trying to lick their face the entire time, I sit there and laugh about it. I'll stop and listen to them for a minute because it's just funny. But stuff like that, Marketplace Made Easy.
mm-hmm.
You can do little videos like that. You can share client success stories, if they give you permission to. Um, like I really need to get better at posting Google reviews. We have so many of them, and I'll go through my little phase of that real quick, and then I'll get out of it, and I won't do it for months. But and just asking people, if you want help, let's talk.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the last video I did, I was outside in my backyard because I was trying to advertise the event that we had on Friday, and my glasses changed with the sun, so they were like purple tinted. I was like, well, that's just what it is. I've got sunglasses on, so that's, I'm outside.
Yeah, because like I said, the ones that I see that are successful, especially like Regina on TikTok, are the ones with personality, like that guy that we follow, because
Oh
he's
my
got a
God, I
big
love
personality,
he cracks me up.
and he's just not da 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 da
Right.
da da on there and stuff. Like mine, I do this honestly. If you find my TikTok, you will laugh because I do the stupidest shit on my TikTok. And then just some of the little trends I'll do, like you'll see little dances every now and then, stuff because I get bored. I try to get the office to do it, and they're like, "Nah," and I'm like, "Come on, guys, dance off."
Well, I gotta jump off, but thanks for all the tips.
You're welcome. Have a good week.
Okay, thanks, y'all too.
But yeah, anything that's unconventional, Regina, seems to work
Mhm.
better on TikTok. Like I said, my flipping dogs sitting in this office talking
Yeah,
insurance are more
people love
popular than any
people
one of
love
us
dogs.
talking insurance.
People love dogs,
Dogs and
and
babies.
they want to watch them. And we're gonna try it now. My personality, well, Travis's is a lot laid back.
Uh-huh.
My personality will take over.
Yeah.
So, there's nothing that'll be bland about me. And yeah, I don't want to sit in front of a whiteboard and, or at a
Yeah,
desk.
exactly.
And if I am at a desk, I'm going to have my Stanley cup with my big old bag of chips and be
Yeah.
like, hey, y'all, I figured since I'm doing certifications, let me jump on here and answer some of y'all questions.
Uh-huh.
Just I'll come up with it, but we're gonna go. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Gonna do it. So we'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. Because I mean, when it comes to God knows what this Medicare stuff's going to look like next year, but I'm sure we'll have to stay within the boundaries there. But ACA and stuff like that, I find that the majority of stuff that seems to get the most views is either super informative and easy to understand, or they are in a setting that is completely outside of the box of what you would think
Mhm.
of an insurance health agent.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see how it goes because we're gonna try.
All right. Well, good luck to it. You
Gonna
have to let me
try.
know. Like I
I
said, let me
will.
know. I'll watch it.
I will. I'll let you know because I mean, like, I'll probably be all nervous at first, but whatever. I said, let's just try it. What's the worst
Yeah,
thing that can happen?
true. I
Like,
mean, what'll happen, what'll happen. It is what it is.
it
That's what I
is
tell
what
the
it
girls
is,
all the time. I mean, we either get the sales or we don't.
right? Okay, well, I'll let you have your day back. Good luck with the front.
Yeah, yeah. Ho-
And then,
uh, Hopefully, I'll go home and my heifer is still in the pen since her brother talked me He makes it sound like it, "Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, let her out," and then I let her out, and he goes, "Oh my god, what'd you do?" I went, "I thought you wanted me to let her out." "No, we'll never
Oh
get
my
her
goodness.
back in the pen." I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
how funny.
shit." So I'm out there trying to put her in the pen for 30 minutes. I'm like, "Okay, well, hopefully she won't go through the fences, alert all the neighbors." And then
Oh
I
my
make a
goodness.
joke about it on Facebook about, well, I thought this is what he wanted me to do, but apparently it wasn't. So either she'll be back in the morning or all my neighbors will know her name by tomorrow afternoon.
I know, right?
Right?
Funny. That's funny. Well, she'll probably be there. Hopefully she'll be there.
She was there
Because it's
this morning. She came back up and
too
ate.
hot outside to be chasing no cow.
I don't want to put, yeah, no, I'm not chasing her. She's high headed and that tail goes straight up in the air, and that's not good on a Bramer.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a hot headed Bramer. So I don't want to push her because she'll go right through that fence.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't do that.
The joys of cattle.
Ugh, girl. Well, enjoy that and have a good evening, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay. You guys
All right.
have a good week.
Bye.
Bye, Rika.